Hey everyone, Connie Royal here, and I've got some news for you before you check out this video. So on June 8th, I will be hosting the 12-hour long summer mega stream. What this will be is 12 hours straight of gaming. It will be all kinds of different games. We will be playing stuff like Cards Against Humanity, Hearthstone, uh, just anything you can think of that I have. Plants vs. Zombies, Skullgirls, Card Hunter, Brawlhalla, all this kind of stuff we will be playing. It'll once again be from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on Friday, June 8th. And what I am really wanting to bring up here is donations. So, if you want to say in a future reaction that I will put on this channel, you can donate to the channel. To do so, all you need to do is to donate either to my PayPal directly or by friending me on Steam and donating a game from my wish list. Once you donate, all of that will go towards the mega stream and future live streams in general. Any games you donate will be done for stream unless for some reason they can't be. And all money you donate on PayPal will go towards getting games for the streams or other stuff for the streams and stuff. It'll all be used for the channel, let's put it that way. And to donate, you can donate any amount you want, any amount you can possibly do, and it needs to be done before Friday, June 8th. Once you donate, you can also tell me directly, like, what you want me to react to. It can be a movie, a series, a fan work, and I will get to it in the future. It just not necessarily positive on exactly when. But that's all I wanted to tell you guys about, so please enjoy the video. Hey everyone, Connie here, and welcome to my blind reaction to Steins Gate 0, Episode 6. So sorry for this being a day late, first of all. It's just I lost track of time and had to do a few things last night, so I couldn't get to it when I wanted to. But we're going to get to it now. Hopefully next week we won't have all of these shows late again. And just as a reminder, there will be no Ancient Magus tomorrow because of the mega stream. That will be from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and so it's going to take up all my day. And because of that, there's just not going to be any Ancient Magus' Bride reaction. It's as simple as that. There's no way I'm going to be able to record it today. I was talking about maybe if I could get it recorded ahead of time, I would upload it and just have it set to show up tomorrow, but there's no way. I guess there's still a possibility, so look out for it, but it's very unlikely at this point. But yeah, Steins Gate 0. So, yeah, this show's been great so far. It's really kicking up. Last episode we left off, we met the future Mayori's adopted daughter, who came back to the past with Suzuha, we find out. And apparently, what was it, like 15 years ago, I think, got lost. They got separated and they haven't seen each other since. And currently, she seems to have memory loss, but it seemed to have been at least affected by seeing Mayori again. So yeah, things are getting interesting. I don't know where this episode is going to lead, but we're going to find out. So when the screen fades to black, pause this redirect and go to the description below. Follow the link to the reaction, and after you watch it, come back here to the redirect and resume play. Because after it fades to black and then fades back in, everything from that point forward will be my afterthoughts and will contain spoilers to the episode. So that being said, thank you so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you at the reaction. Hey everyone, we are back, and we will begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. Okay. So this was another good episode, not unexpected at this point, but let's go through this. So it's New Year's, they're having they hang out at the shrine together, they have a party. Everything seems to be going pretty well. They learn more about Kaguri. They try to figure things out, but her amnesia is like really heavy. It's really strong amnesia, which is not really the best thing for them or her. But they're trying to work things out, and they're still accepting her into their group and everything. Um, she does seem to have some nostalgic feelings and definitely gets emotional and just has general feelings again whenever she like hears certain things or realizes certain things, like hearing Mayori's name, um, finding out that Mayori is also named Sheena and stuff like that. Um, it connects to her because it's stuff she should know, but because she has amnesia, it's kind of more like this deja vu kind of thing. It's like in the very back of her mind, and she can't place it, but she recognizes it, and it's comforting to her. Um, so there is that. Um, and most of the episode, they're just having fun, hanging out together. There's a lot of little comic bits, like um, Maho refusing to believe that Ruka's a guy because he's so pretty. um, and the professor deciding to leave the shrine because the shrine maiden thing is done, all because he spent the day shopping. He is such a tourist, and I love it. um, but then we get to the end, and this is really the only very notable thing to talk about with this episode. Everything else was great, and it was definitely, I don't think it was unimportant per se. It was just not as interesting. But then we get to the end, and it's like, this is where things kicked up. Suddenly, without warning, while everyone is talking to Amadeus, which Maho accidentally kind of started, everyone's talking to Amadeus and getting to know her. Um, the Amadeus program just shuts off. Maho's phone is working, but the program itself cannot connect. Mayori's watch then stops working. And instantly, Okabe just puts together what's going on, and like he's internally freaking out because let's be honest, the what happened in the first season of this show in the original Steins Gate anime, yeah, that was pretty traumatizing. I mean, okay, if you haven't seen the first season of Steins Gate, I question why you're even watching this. But also, let me explain what happened. So in Steins Gate, the original anime, or as I have been calling it, the first season, because it kind of is. But in it, um, Moeka, the brown-haired girl with the glasses who we've seen, who's investigating things for them, um, in that world line, she was a bad guy working for the organization CERN, who were basically like the evil organization of the series. And I believe actually there was a real life organization called CERN. I think. I know there was a lot of real life connections in the original Steins Gate. Point is, Moeka and some soldiers from CERN burst into the lab, and they kill Mayuri. It's this big. It's the first death in the original Steins Gate, and it's this huge moment. It causes basically everything for the rest of Steins Gate. It just really kicks everything off. Now, of course, there were things before that that were definitely important and big and everything, but that was the real kickoff to really tell you that the show's not just going to be as fun and just humorous as you thought. Um, Now, of course, because there's time travel and world lines and everything, it was only one death that Mayuri went through. She actually died a few times in the original Steins Gate, and Okabe kept time traveling and whatnot to try and stop her from dying. Um, yeah, it really turned out not that great. And basically, the idea was that um, because he saved Kurisu from dying, that's why Mayuri died. That he could only, like, it was basically you save one or the other. Um, so in this current timeline, in Steins Gate Zero, we know that he had to let Kurisu die. He chose to let her die in order to save Mayuri. Um, and it's made him into the shell of his former self that he is. Um, so seeing this episode, it brings back a lot of those memories, and it actually just showed in like these little like dream-like flashbacks what was happening before in the original series too. Um, so it was definitely meant to connect to that, obviously. So this group, I don't think it's CERN though. It doesn't look like CERN. Comes in, bursts into the office after apparently having uh, messed with the electronic communications or something. I don't know exactly what it is, but it shut down Maho's phone from being able to connect to Amadeus, and it stopped Mayuri's watch as well. They come in, they're in masks and everything, and we don't know what's going to happen next yet. There's a lot of ideas, of course, but it could go very bad. Let's just put it that way. And with this show, that's very possible, too. Trying to say that, oh, this character is just safe. No. No. You can't just assume that. Now, here's the thing. We had seen a couple of hints of things previously in this episode. We saw that Moeka gave this pretty suspicious look. And then we saw the same thing from Maho's associate, the woman who, I don't remember her name. But we saw her give a very suspicious look as well. And then, when Mr. Braun was talking to those other two, the two girls, Mayuri's friends, on the street, we saw that there was someone watching them. And Mr. Braun noticed it. At least it looked like he did. It looked like he noticed it, and he pulled out his phone and everything, and it seemed like something is definitely going on. And I believe, if I remember right, one of the world lines from the original Steins Gate, Mr. Braun was actually one of the members of CERN. I believe that Moeka was actually looking for him. So it's very possible that he could be the same in this world line as well. I don't know. I do not know. I don't know where this is headed. I've never played or seen anyone play the visual novel for Steins Gate Zero, so I can't say. And I want to keep it that way. So if you know, do not tell me in the comments. I wish to remain spoiler free. But yeah, so this episode ended off on a huge cliffhanger. It ended off on what could be potentially a very terrible incident for this series. This series hasn't been super depressing so far. It's yes, we're depressed because we're seeing Okabe depressed and having all of these troubles and everything. But so far the series has actually been kind of uplifting, if you want to look at it that way. The relationships between the friends, getting all this new information that builds upon the characters in the world, just some really fun comedy and really nice character moments. It's been a lot more uplifting than I would have expected from, well, Steins Gate Zero, because of knowing what the very basic premise was before. As you know, the very basic premise of the series is that Okabe, it's an alternate world line where Okabe was not able to save Kurisu. And so, of course, you go into it thinking, oh, this is going to be very depressing. But so far, the series has not been as depressing as I thought it was going to be. Yes, it was still very depressing at points, and there were definitely moments that did hit me. But overall, I mean, it was definitely not as bad as I thought it was going to be. But that might be about to change. That might be about to change. I don't know where this is going to go. I'm afraid of where it's going to go, but I'm excited too. Because although it was super depressing and hard to watch in the original Steins Gate series, all of the deaths and everything, and the big drama, and Okabe's decline into insanity, like real insanity, not just his like little ruse that he went on with his mad scientist gimmick, all of that was what really made Steins Gate amazing to me, because it pulled it off so well. It wasn't just like, oh, we're gonna have this really depressing kind of edgy story where this character has to stop his best friend from dying over and over and over again. It wasn't just that. It felt like it felt like it had weight because it gave some time for you to get to know the characters first. It didn't just thrust you into it. It allowed you to know the characters, know the story, get to connect with everything, and then it hit you with it. And that's the right way to handle it, in my opinion. Because just having Mayori's death early on wouldn't have been as affecting. It wouldn't have been as hard to see and as shocking. It would have still been shocking, but not as much so. It would not have been as bad. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, this episode was great, and it's definitely setting up for the next one. I can't wait to see where this goes next week. And in the meantime, thank you all so much for tuning in. Tell me what you thought of this episode in the comments below. And for now, I'm Connie Royal, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.
And don't just live for tomorrow, or just live in yesterday. Just be glad for all you have that's in today. And though you've come